Hello, people. Me again. Another beautiful night. Yeah. Hope your 5 cents work. Health and strength is good. What? Now, to you Xbox fans, Microsoft is planning an E3 style show in June. So be on the lookout for that. If you remember it, remember on the Xbox One, you had This Week on Xbox, but then you had the bigger show that Microsoft will do some part in the world, and then you'll get to watch it. But the E3 style show will be similar to that. If you remember those two shows that Microsoft used to have. Of course, they still use This Week on Xbox every Friday, but there was always the show that they have. This was when the Mixer was out, when they had the Mixer. The show was the Xbox event that they will have like somewhere in the world, and then they'll show off what they got coming. So the E3 style show will be just similar. But anyway, it says your Xbox is planning for an E3 style show in June, says Industry Insider. It looks like Xbox is holding an E3 style showcase later this year. Will not formally confirmed by Microsoft. The rumor comes courtesy of Industry Insider Jeff Grubb, who recently claimed that the show organizers are talking to producers about its own digital event, expected to be held sometimes in June. The ESA has announced that E3 2022 will be an online-only event due to ongoing pandemic, if it's running at all. That is, recent reports have thrown doubts on the news. And it says here, I'll probably have more to say on this soon, but it's in June, not May, Grubb said. Thanks to VGC, well, they might do something in May or September. I don't know, but I know that they are planning for an E3 style show in June. And so it says here they are talking to partners to get big games in there. That is ongoing right now, and it's March, so it's not like they can change that train or turn that big ship around. They're heading in that direction, and they're going to do something in that time frame. If that's too long to wait for your next dose of Xbox flavored news, Xbox once again teams up with Twitch to launch a new indie showcase later this month, featuring news and announcements and upcoming indie treats on Xbox, PC, and Xbox Game Pass, of course. The live stream kicks off at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard, 6 p.m. BST on March 16, 2022. So did you catch the news that a new Xbox related product called Keystone has been data mined? Earlier this week, the data miner Tero Alonin claimed that they on details of a new Xbox product codenamed Keystone, and said it has been explicitly highlighted as a product in the data mine rather than an event or a game. Most curiously of all, though, the mysterious name is listed directly after two code names we've seen given to Xbox console in the past. The Xbox One was known as Durango ahead of release. Well, the Xbox Series X has been widely known as Scarlet. Before the final name was formally confirmed, let's watch this space. And that's the end of the article. So Microsoft is moving as usual. You know what I mean, of course, when they had the Mixer, you know, I think they should, you know, when it comes to Mixer, maybe they need to partner with YouTube on it somehow and make it work. But when they had the Mixer, you know, they had a show right after This Week versus Xbox. It happened like once every 3 months. There's an Xbox event to show off something new that we never seen before. So this E3, that's coming will be similar to it. Now, is Microsoft working on a new console? Could be so. But in the meantime, I'll keep you guys posted on it. A new Xbox. I mean, of course, there's the Xbox C. Notice when it comes to Xbox, it say Xbox Series. That means series, meaning that there will be more than one different Xboxes. So they might be working on something new. So only time will tell. But for right now, that's what's happening with Microsoft right now. They got an indie event coming up on March 2022 for independent developers, and to show off their talents and be a part of the Microsoft ecosystem stuff. And Game Pass is a platform where they can show off their skills and introduce their new games and stuff like that. So Microsoft right now is just moving right along. They got their hands full in so many things. I mean, of course they got all those studios that they acquire. It's all about communication, I mean, I just seen an article about a day or so ago where one of the lead producers for Perfect Dark, is leaving because of personal reasons. So now they're probably looking for a new game designer for the Perfect Dark that they got. But when it comes to those studios that Microsoft acquire, communication is key in all this. Making the game is easy, but communication is the key right now. And making sure everybody's needs are being met. Making the game will be easier. So that's what it comes down to. And they're just moving right along. Improving the infrastructure of Xbox, and improving Game Pass, improving Windows. Matter of fact, Windows 11 just got a big update. So I remember seeing two articles. They were talking about I think it was Tech Radar and Extreme Text. They were talking about Windows 12, and I was like, wow, wait a minute, Windows 11 just came out, and I'm like, what's the problem with Windows 11? So about a couple days after that, Microsoft came out with a huge update for Windows 11. So things should be better with Windows 11 now. And they're just people that are using Windows 11, the experience should be better now based on the updates that they're getting. So right now, Microsoft is just moving right along. They got their hands in so many things right now when it comes to this text. The whole Windows platform, everything that runs on the Windows, they got their hands in so many things. So, but other than that, man, Xbox is good. They're getting their games, they're getting updates, new features. I think the Xbox Series X and S just got an update. I think a new user interface, and they're just moving, man. Microsoft got their hands full, man, when it comes to Game Pass, Windows, Xbox, everything, man. And, now they're talking about bringing a new E3, so it will be similar to what they did when they had the mixer, when they used to do this week on Xbox, then they would have the mixer, but then every 3 months they'll do like a little Xbox event to show off something new, or introduce something new, so that's what the E3, I think the E3 is going to be similar to it, but probably a little bit better, but all these moves that Microsoft are making, is to keep the Xbox fan base intact, keep news coming in, keep the ball moving and going on from there. But right now, Xbox gamers, they love it, man. They love it. They're playing. as I speak. They're online playing all kind of different games, and they're loving the experience that they're getting out of Microsoft. And they did. Microsoft, when they got Phil Spencer, man, it was just like everything would start to move. Things were moving. Things were happening. And of course, they made some big acquisitions, and they're just moving right along right now as far as the Xbox ecosystem is concerned. And there's more news to come. Right now, they're trying to make the deal with Activision Blizzard. It's not a monopoly. Like most people want to put it on the internet. Oh, it's a monopoly. No, it's not. Activision Blizzard, they needed help, man. A lot of things was happening, and they needed new leadership, new direction, and Microsoft swooped in and got them, And of course, they're being investigated for being. The FTC is looking into it, but Microsoft did right. I don't see no foul play with the deal. It was an opportunity. It was just sitting there. They were just sitting there, just dealing with all these issues, and they were having all kind of issues popping up. So that means they were weak and they were wounded. And Microsoft swooped in like an eagle and said, "Whew, got him." Sony and Nintendo could have got him. They didn't do anything. Sony had a chance to get him. They didn't do anything. Nintendo had a chance to get him. They didn't do anything. Nintendo and Sony walking around with their hands in their pockets like not doing anything. But when it came to Activision Blizzard, Microsoft swooped in and got him. So, yeah. But right now, things are moving, man. As far as Xbox is concerned, though, things are moving. And, yeah, I'll just keep you guys posted. Whatever news is coming up. Halo Infinite is getting updates after updates. They delayed co-op mode in Forge. So I'm thinking that they're gonna do the same thing what they did last year with Halo. They're probably gonna drop it like on around Thanksgiving. Around Thanksgiving week, so they can finish off the year strong. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll see. I don't think they're gonna drop it like before the summer or anything like that. I think co-op and Forge will be probably released like somewhere between October and November as a little surprise, because they're trying to do a 4-player co-op, and then Forge they have to work on. So yeah. And plus, I think Starfield is coming out in November. So Microsoft, they're really trying to finish 2022 strong. I know we're in March right now, and that's just 3 months, but we got another 9 more months. Not about 7 more months, 8 more months before, about our 6 more months before the winter holidays comes back upon us again. So yeah, they're probably gonna release co-op and Forge for Halo Infinite, so they can finish off the year strong. So yeah, man, Microsoft got their hands full now when it comes to Xbox. They got so much things going on, and yeah. Got to give them their props, man. What they're doing for the game industry. What they're doing for the game industry is really good. There's nothing negative about what they're doing. And people should stop being so negative towards Xbox. Because what they're doing for the industry is keeping the industry moving. Keep the industry moving versus the industry just being stagnant. And nothing is moving. What Microsoft is doing is good for the industry, man. So give them their props. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is this. leave this video for y'all to enjoy with the article in the description box. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Or Dark Side. Come on.